Your personal development journey may be so fun and exciting, but unfortunately speaking, it can be almost like a bit of a downward spiral that doesn't stop until you decide it stops. Because think about it, so much of your personal development journey is charged by all the things that you aren't and all the things that you want differently for yourself. And if you keep confronting yourself with that of, I'm not this and I'd like to be that, and if I only do this work, I'll be that, that narrative chips away at you and it undermines you. And it might be fun to read all the books and understand the science and the psychology and hacks. They're exciting, they're fantastic. They can also get quite addictive. You can just go from one book to the next book, to the next book, to the next book. And every book confronts you with your failings, all the things that you aren't. And subtly that starts to knock you and knock you and knock you and knock you. I've unfortunately come across some incredible types on their journey that are unfortunately a shadow of their former selves. The reason why? It's because in actual fact, one of those books, great, read it, spend the next year integrating it. Let the benefits of that book, like the confronting challenges of that book, heal. And the benefits and the values of that book, give them time to actually integrate and give yourself time to feel the benefits from it, right? Rather than like, I read this book, I realize all my failings, and I see the burden of all the things I need to do. Oof, God, that's burdensome, that's heavy. Next book, next book, next book, next workshop, next retreat. Is this making sense? It took me years to figure this out. And I remember I suffered this. I went from being like pretty on top of myself and pretty comprehensive to, I would say, getting hooked or addicted into this world. And if I was to look at myself 3 or 4 or 5 years later, I'd be like, who the hell is that guy? His confidence is shocked or shook. And he's not himself. Because I went through this pattern. And I share this video because I really don't want the same to happen to you. I recognize that in actual fact, we only have so much capacity to take on new learnings. We only have so much capacity to be confronted with our failings or our issues. If we overindulge, it knocks us. And the biggest change for me came, interestingly, when I said, no more books, no more retreats. I am actually going to trust that I know enough for where I'm at right now. And yeah, that guru online might be really exciting to listen to and to watch and to tune into, but fuck him. I've had enough. And it was so weird because at that time I thought like, oh, I'm giving up on my journey and you know, what will happen to me? But it was weird that, you know, as I pushed all that, I'm going to say distraction and negatively impacting content away, I gave myself all the more time and space to be like, okay, well, what am I going to do with this? I'm going to do this a little bit differently, and I'm going to do that a little bit differently. It gave me time to live, which, gosh, I really think there's, you know, there's whatever about all the books and gurus, there's actually no greater guru than ourselves. We just need to make some time and space to see ourselves. And the best way to see ourselves or enjoy ourselves is to actually live, is to get into the field. You know, if you think about personal development, you can look at it as an analogy for sitting on the sidelines of life. You don't want to be on the sidelines, but you can be a strategist, you can be a fantastic talker and everything like that, or you can get into the field and you can start playing with life. And you might be showed up, you might get bowled over at certain points, but the fact is you are going to learn so much more in that real life experience than you ever will looking through things in theory. So bringing it back practical, that time when I just drew a line and said no more, and I dove into life and I trusted that whatever I needed to know and whatever value I had taken from all that learning, I trusted to see how it would show up for me. It fascinated me. I did. I saw my failings more clearly, but I also saw my successes, and I got to really enjoy the confidence boost that came from it. And I also realized that for whatever failing I have in life, I actually learned from it. It kind of leaves the clue for the success that I'm ultimately speaking looking for. And I would say that nothing served me better than taking that time out away from personal development and wellness. And it was only at this point that I could look back and say, oh yeah, okay, it's almost like a bit of a double-edged sword. You know, reading those books and delving into that world on one side can be hugely complementary. But again, if overindulged, it can be hugely diminishing, distracting, consuming. So I share this video with you, and I always had this idea that it would be so nice for others to learn some of the lessons that I've been really, really challenged with early, so they could speed up their journeys off the back of perhaps my failings. Like, what a nice idea to save people from going through the challenges that you've gone on. And I see this pattern presenting itself so many times over in the personal development and wellness space that I thought this is a good space to share into. And the prompt is so easy. Give yourself a bit of a diet from the self-help books and the personal development. Tune out or unfollow the gurus. And in doing so, perhaps make space to tune into yourself all the more. To give yourself space to live life, to make mistakes, to see what's inside you and what you're actually capable of. And see how that unfolds, not over a couple of weeks or a couple of months, but give yourself a year. And my guarantee, my belief, and what's come from my experience is that I feel you will be in a much better place in a year's time abstaining from all this content than if you were to immerse yourself in, which is completely counterintuitive, completely off in terms of the narrative that's sold to us. But I hope from the practical examples that I've given and the kind of insight that I've shared makes a bit of sense. So it's a challenge and an encouragement to trial and experiment for yourself, which I hope goes so well. I would love, if anybody's kind of experienced similar, I'd love to hear from it in the comments. And if anybody takes this video and goes with it, I would love to see how it serves you. You don't need to wait a full year. I'd love to see, even in the kind of coming weeks and months, just the little things that you notice. I hope, as for me, how defining that time I drew the line was, I hope you get to experience the same.